Time is very short, but it's not really a story time. It's really a lesson. I don't really want this to be a story time. I want this to be a lesson to my ladies. So boom, I met this guy, and I hope he does not see this story time because he still follows me on socials. But if he sees it, oh well, you should have never did what you did. Me and him don't have beef, but it's like, I'm sorry, you did something to where I have to talk about you now. But I met this guy on social media. He met me through Twitter, and then we exchanged socials on like Instagram and stuff like that. And then he also got my phone number. And I'm sorry if I'm mellow. I'm on my cycle and I'm cramping like crazy. So I met him on Twitter, and we exchanged other socials, and we started talking on Instagram, and I had his phone number, and we started FaceTiming each other every single day. Now the guy, he was from Florida. You guys know I am from Texas. So he was talking about linking with me and flying me out to Florida because he went to FAMU, and FAMU was having a homecoming. Well, you know, y'all know the HBCUs, the homecomings. What's on my eye? Sorry guys, my camera died. But yeah, he wanted me to come to his school for homecoming, and he went to FAMU. I go to PV, so I was gonna come because PV's homecoming was like gonna be a week after FAMU's homecoming. So I was like, yeah, why wouldn't I not come, you know? Me and the nigga start talking, and I'm not gonna lie to you, he's giving me very much daddy-ish vibes. Like, not on no funny shit. Like, I'm be real, he was low-key perfect. And y'all gotta be careful for them perfect guys, because them perfect guys, they not perfect. They putting up a front, okay? I'm not saying that you want to deal with guys who are troublesome, but guys who are like in the middle, who have a little bit of issues, you know that like, you know their issues. But when you are dealing with a guy who pretends that he's so perfect, you don't know what he's up to because he's putting up a front. Because he was in Florida and I was in Texas, I did not really know what he was doing. But I just know that like, if my tongue is white, I'm sorry. If my tongue is giving off green, I'm sorry. I was drinking the chlorophyll thing because I don't want it, because it's giving very much green right now. And yeah, so I'm a firm believer that God will find out for me and God will let me know. Okay. And that's what happened. So he would call me every day. We would talk on the phone all the time. He went to sleep early. He went to sleep around 11-ish, which I did not mind because he had school at like, I don't remember, but he had school in the morning. So he would go to sleep early. Me, I do not go to sleep. I stay up all night. I would stay up till like 5-ish. Stop messaging. Oh. So yeah, he wanted me to fly to Florida, and I was actually thinking about it. I'm like, yeah, I would love, because I've never been to another school's homecoming. I've only been to PV's homecoming, so I wanted to go. Guys. Okay, so let me tell you this one story time, then I'm going to get into how he got caught. So he was coming from class one time, and he was telling me that I guess FAMU had like I guess FAMU had, you know how PV be like to the hill. FAMU, I guess they be like to the hill too. But like PV is on top of a hill, like, and not a steep ass hill. So like basically the whole school is on top of a hill. So once your car kind of drives up, it's kind of level grounded. But like coming towards it, you're like driving up. But I guess he told me that like FAMU actually has like a hill, and I guess they have like a parking lot area, and then students have to walk up the hill, and a lot of people don't want to walk up the hill. So one day he was coming from class, and some random girl, she was like, and he was at his car, and she had just parked her car. I guess she was going to class, and she was like, and he was like, yeah, and she was like, could you please? And he was like, please what? And she's like, I don't know how to ask you this. Mind you, I'm on FaceTime with him. Like, he's talking to me. And I'm just looking like, what's going on? And I see, like, our camera is clear as day, so I can kind of see the girl talking to him, because he has the camera, like, I can see a little bit of her face, and I can see him talking back to her. And so I'm just watching, I'm just observing, I'm not thinking anything of it. And then he just looks at her, she looks at him, like, she's not talking. I'm like, what's going on? And she's like, and then he's like, do you want me to drive you to class? And she's like, please. And so I thought that was so funny, because he used to tell me that, like, you know, nobody would want to walk up the hill because it'd be hot, and you know, the hill is just, it's tall, you feel me? And so I found that very funny that she asked him to do that. At the same time, I just, in my head, I'm thinking, you go to this school, like, I know you didn't walk up that hill before, like, why'd you wait for him to come to get in his car? Like, I don't know, I just found it mad weird. But she got in the car and he drove her. Now, he was being very respectful. He was talking to me while she was driving. She was saying, oh my God, thank you so much. Like, oh my God, like, just thank you so much. He's like, oh, no problem. And then he went back to talking to me. And so he's talking to me and stuff. And then she's like, so what's your name? Mind you, while I'm talking, she interrupts me, y'all. Like, while I'm talking, the girl interrupts me. Like, I'm literally talking to him, and all I hear, so what's your name? And like, he has the way he has his car set up, I guess, like, I guess he has something where you could put your phone in the case thing. So he's looking, I can see his facial expressions, basically. So he's looking at her and he says his name, and then but he has a nickname, and like, you could kind of tell that that's a nickname. And so she's like, not your nickname, what's your government name? Why do you want to know the nigga government name? Mind you, he had my number saved with a whole bunch of hearts. So as soon as he got in the car, he had CarPlay. My number, he said my number and my name and all the emojis popped up on the CarPlay, and she looked at it before trying to talk to him. At this point, I'm like, this girl gotta be kidding me. Like, is she joking right now? So she's like, so what's your real name? Not your government name. I don't really remember what happened, but he did really good. Like, he deflected the conversation. Like, he deadass was like, what you say, Irene? Like, he ignored the hell out of her. And so she stopped talking. So at this point now, he then dropped her off at the place, and she basically whispers to him. She's like, okay, so then she says, oh my God, thank you so much. Like, if I have money, I would give it to you. In my head, I'm like, what are you giving this nigga money for? Just because he drove you up across the street? Like, what are you giving this nigga money for? And she's like, I can give you anything you want. Like, anything. Like, do you want money? Do you want food? Do you want food to eat sometime? Do you want and she whispered, a baby. Mind you, I did not hear her whisper the baby, because she whispered it to him because he was on the phone with me. And then she puts up her, but mind you, she's out the car now. She's in the window talking to him. And then she puts up her phone and she whispered to him, like, give me your number, basically. Like, she's basically telling him, give me your number. And mind you, I didn't hear none of this. But at this point now, I'm irritated. I'm mad. I'm not happy. But at the same time, y'all have to imagine this not my nigga. And I'm not going to be, hey, I'm not going to do all that, because that's just not my nigga. You feel me? And I don't want to embarrass myself. And then number two, he was handling himself really well. Like, I'm not even going to cap to you. And I know a lot of y'all about to be like, well, I mean, you were there. Why wouldn't he? No. Guys, he was handling himself really well. Like, he was ignoring the fuck out of her. Like, if I was her, I would have been stopped trying to shoot my shot, because he was ignoring her. Like, there was a point in time she was trying to ask him a question, and he literally was like, anyways, Irene, what you say? Like, he dead ass said, anyways, what you say? Like, he dead ass ignored her, right? So I was just like, if he handling the situation, I feel like I don't need to handle it. Like, he knows what's going on and he knows what's up. So he's fixing it, and I'm cool with that, you know? So all I hear is him, he drove off laughing really hard. And so now I'm mad, and I'm like, just trying to figure out, I'm not gonna lie, I started getting a little mad because I did not find what she did funny. But see, I didn't know that she asked for the baby, to give him a baby, and then she tried to whisper for the phone. I didn't know none of this. So I'm just looking at the camera, and I'm folded arms, and I'm just like, and he's like, bro, do you know what she did? And I'm like, I mean, I seen it. I was there. He was like, no. And then so he starts telling me the other stuff that she did that I didn't know about. And at this point in time, I went from being upset to like, what the? Like, so bitch, you knew, like, you fucking knew that, like, he was talking to someone and you tried to shoot your shot at him. You ain't want to ride to the campus, bitch. You wanted to ride on his dick. That's what you wanted. You didn't want to ride to campus. You're not fucking slick. You go to the school. You already know there's a hill there. Like, you know for a given fact that if he was not there, you wasn't going to ask nobody. You was going to take your sedity ass and walk up that hill. Now, all of a sudden, you see him and now you want to talk to him. And so he was just telling me stories, and he was just telling me that, like, he was just telling me stories about the girls at the school and stuff like that, and how they be throwing themselves on niggas and throwing themselves at him. And then he was also like a drug dealer. So yeah, he was just telling me all these stories, and I'm just like, but like, he just put it in a way that, like, he holds himself in a good composure. So I just was like, okay, well, I'm not going to say that I let my guard down with him, but at the same time, like I said, I'm a firm believer that, like, if God want me to see something, I'm going to see it. You feel me? And then, so let me get to the point of when I saw it. The issue with me and him started because he will work at night, and he would talk to me while at work. Where he worked at, he could talk to me. But when he would get out of work, this is where me and him started fighting. When he would get out of work, he would say he was going to call me back, and he would not call me back. And he would get out of work at like 11-ish. And remember I told y'all he used to go to bed at 11, because the days that he was not working, I was physically hear him sleeping like around 11. I knew that was like his little bedtime, because he had like 8 a.m.s and stuff like that. So I just would not think anything of it at first. But then, I don't know, I was just like, if you say you're gonna call someone back, and I know 90% of the time when people be like, oh, I'm gonna call you back, they don't really mean it. But like, when you're talking to a guy and a guy says, I'm gonna call you when I get home, a guy that likes you, or a guy that is trying to make sure that you're not suspicious of him being sneaky, will call you when he gets home. But he did not call me. And mind you, that week I was so sick, and he knew I was sick. Like, I had strep throat. I was so fucking sick, like a dog. Like, I was sick to the point where I couldn't even physically drive to go to the doctor to figure out whether I had COVID, strep throat. My mom had to come all the way from her house to my school to take me to the doctor. That's how sick I was. And he knew I was sick. He will always call me. He was on the phone with me. But that night specifically, he said he was going to call me when he get home, and he never did. So at that point, I was just like, nah, like, he's doing something that he don't have no business doing. Like, that's just, I don't know. I be thinking the worst of it, and I don't really trust guys like that. I don't know. It's going to take a lot for me to trust a man, because men are like, they don't know. Like, I don't trust guys. But yeah. And that's the thing. He knows I don't trust guys. So I don't even know why he's playing with me like I'm dumb. But yeah, he basically was like, he texted me and said, I'm so tired. I just got home. I'm so tired. I have class in the morning. I'm going to call you in the morning. And he will always call in the morning. He will call in the morning. But that pissed me off, because at the end of the day, regardless if he was tired or not, don't backtrack on your lie. Like, don't backtrack on what you said. You said that you were going to call me when you get home. Now that you're home, you're saying you're tired. You could have called me. If he called my phone and been like, hey, I just got home, but not gonna lie, I'm very tired. Like, I can't talk tonight. If he called me and said that, instead of texting me and saying he tired, he can't talk right now, then I would have felt a little bit more better about it. But to text my phone and say, oh, I'm so sorry, I can't talk. Like, no. That's not how it works here. So I got mad, and I was like, good night, go to bed, good night. The fuck, good night. Go to bed, good night. I didn't tell him to go to bed, but in my head, I'm like, go to bed, good night. If that's what you want to do, if that's what you want to do, that's what you want. If you don't want to be with me, just say that. And just say that. Y'all know that TikTok? But yeah, like, if that's what you want to do, just do that. Okay, bye. Good night. Bye. Yeah, you're so tired. Yeah, and me, I'm an overthinker. And don't give me no reason to overthink, because once I start overthinking and speculating stuff about you, the friendship, the relationship, whatever, is done with, because I would never get that image out of my head of you. So when he told me he's tired, I interpreted like, babe, my other bitch just came and I'm so tired. I can't talk to you tonight. I'm actually getting real pussy. I'm not talking to a bitch on the phone. I'm getting real pussy. Mind you, let me even state this. he never brought up any sexual innuendos. Never, like not once. And I asked him one time, like, why didn't he, you know? And he says, you know, I'm a man of God. When a guy tells you he's a man of God, that man is a man of Satan. I don't care what nobody says. Every time I've heard I'm a man of God, I've heard some very devilish things that have been taken. I've seen devilish things that have taken place after they say that. Don't believe people when they say they're a man of God. A child, anybody could be a man of God. Once you give your life to Christ and you acknowledge that Jesus Christ died on the cross for our sins, you automatically become a saved Christian, aka a man of God. That don't mean nothing. People be saved and be doing tomfoolery all the time. Don't listen to people when they say they're a man of God. And also, not even just people do tomfoolery. Men of God sin. We make mistakes. Like, you know, we are not perfect. So a guy telling you he's a man of God should not like make you believe him. But like, I believed him. So he never brought up sex. He says, you know, I just don't care about sex like that. And he tells me that the last time, I forgot when he told me the last time he had sex, but he said it was a long time. Okay, boom, right? So now me and him get into an argument because I didn't like the fact that he didn't call me back. We got into the argument and he dipped, right? I'm sick as a dog. And that pissed me off because I'm like, damn, like I'm actually sick and you're doing this right now. Like I'm actually very, very, very much sick and you're doing this shit right now, right? I wake up at 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning. I think I woke up to either cough or throw up. I was even throwing up, y'all. I forgot what I woke up to do, but it was something that had to do with my sickness, y'all. I go to the restroom. I do what I need to do, and I come back. Something told me to turn on the lights before getting in my bed. I don't know why, mind you guys. This is 2 in the morning. I turned on my light, y'all. A cricket is in my bed. A cricket is in my fucking bed. The black ones, not the regular cricket. The black cricket is in my bed. And at this time, we had like a lot of crickets going around our apartments and stuff. I mean, I would see crickets in the house, but I've never seen a cricket in my bed. I don't know what I had in my bed that cricket wanted, but that disgusted the actual fuck out of me. And I didn't want to like, you know, be trying to like hit the cricket on the bed and everything. So I had to take a cricket spray and spray it on my bed. So now at this point now, I'm pissed. Because now guess what? What happens after that? You got to wash the bed sheets. Whoever gets to the bed sheets after that is nasty. So now I have to take apart all my bed sheets. Mind you, when I'm sick, I do not like washing my bed sheets until my sickness is over with completely. Then I wash my bed sheets. I had just started this sickness and I'm already washing my bed sheets. So at this point, I wash everything. Now I'm pissed. Now I'm pissed at what he did. I'm pissed at the fact that I can't sleep because the only time that I wasn't feeling sick was when I was sleeping, you know? I'm pissed at the fact that I can't sleep. I'm pissed at what he did. Now I'm just sitting up and I'm watching TV. I'm coughing. I'm sneezing. I could not talk. I could barely talk like that. Like, I'm just not happy. I hear ding. I'm like, who's texting me at 2 a.m.? I see his name pop up. I'm like, hold on. Something not right. I just knew. Something just told me something not right. Because oh boy never is up at that time. I see the messages and I'm going to just put it here of what was said. And I'm just looking like, y'all, I remember this day so specifically. I'm just like, I knew it. I fucking knew it. I go on his Instagram. Tell me why the girl then took over his Instagram and is basically exposing him. And she said that it's a lot of us. She said it's not just me, like it's a lot of us that he talks to. Then she makes little subliminal little jokes saying, y'all cute though. She exposes how she looks. She's taking videos on his phone. She's on his Snapchat exposing him. She's on his Instagram exposing him. Mind you, he's asleep. He's asleep. So I call her. Mind you, so funny. I called one of my other friends. And then my friend, I woke her up out of her sleep. Yes, I needed to wake somebody up. And I called one of my other friends to tell her what happened. And so my other friend's like, you need to call her. So I called her and I was like, hello. She was like, yes, I put my friend on the phone. And I was like, so how do you know him? Like, what's going on? She says that they've been dating since the beginning of this year, y'all. Y'all know when homecoming happens? Homecoming happens in October-ish, November-ish. The beginning of this year. And homecoming is in October, November-ish. They've been damn near dating a whole year. Y'all, this story just happened this year. So at this point, she talking. She's like, yeah. Basically, I guess when he was sleeping, after they got done doing their thing, when he was sleeping, and mind you, that was the night that he said that he was tired. That's why he couldn't get on the phone with me. No, you couldn't get on the phone because you had some pussy to fuck. That's what the fuck it is. She basically says that when he was sleeping, she went through his phone and seen all of us. She said it's a lot of us. She said we were very pretty. In my head, I'm like, you don't need to tell me that. Like, you're doing too much. Because she was making jokes saying, y'all pretty though, put in laughing emojis. You're ugly though. Like, I mean, the girl wasn't ugly, but she was not hidden. Like, she wasn't hidden to be doing all those jokes. I'm not gonna do all that. Like, I left the embarrassment of men embarrassing me in high school. You guys would never catch me on the internet if my man is cheating. That's not hitting the internet. And if it hits the internet, it's gonna hit my private, where like people that I know can see, and not y'all. I just don't do shit like that. That is so ghetto. I don't do stuff like that. After she told me everything that she needed to tell me, I said, thank you so much. Have a good night. I hung up and I was done with him. At that point, me and you don't have nothing to talk about. I'm not coming to homecoming. I'm not doing nothing with you no more. Now, he wakes up in the morning. She lets this nigga sleep all night. Now, she's nice, because I would have took something in his room and backed that bitch upside his fucking head and told that motherfucker, get your bitch ass up. And I would have told him to get out of his own apartment. I would have told him to get out. I would have said, get out now. But she let that motherfucker sleep. And I feel like she let him sleep so she could play on his phone all night. Because throughout the whole night, she was posting. That's why she let him sleep. No. Once I see one thing, I don't want to see none. I don't want to see nothing else. But yeah, he gets on Instagram the next day and he posts something saying, I hope y'all enjoyed the show, and put laughing emojis. I guess he got upset at what she did. So now at this point, y'all, I'm crying. I'm crying because, was I crying? I'm lying. I didn't cry. I'm lying. I'm dare lying. I wasn't crying, but I'm upset. I'm on the phone with my friends, and I guess I was about to cry. And so my friends get angry and they go and they message him. Like, they go on his Instagram and they attack him. Like, they attack the fuck out of him. He texts me in the morning and he says, I'm sorry about what happened. I can assure you that I'm definitely not dating her now. In my head, I'm like, duh, you got caught. Like, he's making it seem like he broke up with her. Like, you got caught. And I really don't care no more, because you're telling me sorry. And who else are you telling sorry? You're telling the whole world sorry. So me and him start going back and forth. And he basically, mind you, the guy was supposed to be moving. He's supposed to be moving to Texas next year. And so he basically says, instead to just apologize, he basically says something like, are you still gonna mess with me or not? Because I'm still moving to Texas next year. Like, awesome, like, fuck what I did. Are you still gonna mess with me or not? I'm like, me. See, in high school, I'm not gonna lie to you, I used to mess with guys even when they will fuck me over and over again. That's not the Irene today. That's just not me. Once you do me dirty, that's it. Like, I don't care. Once you do me dirty, I can't mess with you no more. So at this point, I told him straight up, I said, baby, if you think I would ever talk to you again, that's a damn lie. And we ended up following each other everywhere. He got mad that I went and told my friends. He started yelling, screaming at me on the phone because my friends messaged him, talking about stuff. That's how bitches get beat up. Who gonna get beat up? Who gonna get beat up? I know in this messages right here, he says, and I don't know who your friend is, so please go get a life. At that moment, he did not know that my friends were my friends, because his ass got caught up with so many females. He didn't even know which bitch was, he didn't even know. Like, he had no idea which girl went to what, because his ass was too busy talking to all of us. But when he figured it out, he texted me, and I left a lot of stuff out. I don't know why, but I left a lot of things out when I told this story. But he basically messaged me saying, what did that boy message me saying? Hold on, y'all. I'm so sorry. Okay, so he basically called me. He called my phone. He started blowing up my phone. And I'm just like, oh my God, the fuck you, like, what is you blowing up my phone for? This is days late after the fact, you know? So I finally called him back. And then we got into a big argument. He told me he was gonna get bitches to beat up my friends and stuff like that, because he don't put his hands on women. But yeah, that's basically the gist of that whole fiasco that happened. So I unfollow him everywhere and he unfollowed me back. About a good month later, he started following me all on socials again. And we still follow each other to this day. That's the ending of the story time. It looked like he got a girl. I don't know what he has. He posted some girl on Instagram the other day. But he still be trying to talk to me, y'all. Yes, he still does. He still did. I think this is what pissed me off. Let me tell y'all what really pissed me off. I wish he did this bullshit after the fucking FAMU homecoming. Lil Baby came to that motherfucking homecoming. ESTG came to that fucking homecoming. Bitch, I wanted to fucking dance. I'm here for a second, baby Leah. Yeah, 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 yeah. And we were supposed to be going to the concerts and stuff. But because he did what he did, I was not able to go see Lil Baby, ESTG, and the rest of them. I was not able to perform special. I was not able to be performing special next to ESTG. I had plans to get on that stage and say, I'm here for a second, baby. Deadass, because I was only here for a second. Like, I was about to go back to school afterwards. Yeah, 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 yeah. Tell me why this boy has the nerve to DM me and check up on me. He checks up on me every now and then, right? And I'm polite. I text him back because I don't have beef with him no more. I don't care. He says, be safe for your homecoming, because my homecoming is a week after his, right? So he has the nerve to sit here and say, make sure you're safe for your homecoming. And I tell him, thank you so much. And I mean, he's talking to me, you know, and I don't have beef with the kid no more. So I ask him, how was your homecoming? Y'all. He says, I had so much fun. He starts telling me that he got to see all the rappers that were there. Y'all, mind you, the reason why I'm upset is because PV gives us shitty people for homecoming. I'm so sorry. PV does not care about their students. They give us whatever. Don't get me wrong. I love me some Wale. I don't really love Cash Page, but she cool. Cash Page is cool. But who wants to see them when I can see Lil Baby, when I can see ESTG, all the trap niggas, and you know what I mean? Like you know, them motherfuckers. That school ain't even in Atlanta over there. The school is over there in Florida, and they see all these people, and we over here seeing Wale. Like, you couldn't even give us Drake. Like, y'all couldn't give us Drake. I promise you the school will pay for Drake. Like, I promise you, but I don't know. That's off topic. But we don't get good people. They do. So that's the main reason why I wanted to go to the FAMU homecoming, you know? He says, yeah, I had so much fun. Then he says, you should have came. I really wish you came. Don't do it. Please don't do it. I wanted to go. Y'all don't understand what it took for me to go to just withhold myself and not be like, cause of yo bitch ass, I didn't come. I literally was like, oh yeah, you're right. And I literally told him, I'm like, anyways, like, I didn't have the expenses to be there, because he was gonna pay for some things, but it doesn't matter if a nigga pays for your trip. You always want to go to the trip fully funded. You never want to go to the trip thinking, oh, okay, he's going to pay for stuff, because some things can happen. Like, what if I went there with no money and then the girl that he was messing with came to me as a woman in my face, and now I don't want to be there no more? How am I going to get, like, if I don't have no money, like, you get what I mean? Like, how am I going to get around? And I'm not saying that I just blatantly didn't have no money, but I had to put money aside for other things that I could not touch. So I knew that it would be pointless of me to go out there to Florida, because I wanted to do other things other than go to the FAMU homecoming. I wanted to go other places with him and stuff like that. So at this point, I'm just looking at him like, I should slap the fuck out of you. Like, how about that? How about I slap the fuck out of you so you can remember why I didn't come to this trip? But I just told him, I'm like, oh yeah, it's whatever. I didn't even have the funds anyway. And he was like, oh yeah, okay, cool, yeah. And he still be trying to talk to me to this day. And I'm like, y'all, the girl that he messes with, I don't know. He messes with a lot of girls, because I'm hearing things of people slashing his tires in. I'm hearing I'm just hearing a lot of things, and I'm just like, thank God God exposed this man, because I really would have went to FAMU. And as much as I wanted to see the rappers, I do not want to be in another, like, you know, another city, upset, mad, irritated, and wanting to go home. And like, I gotta be with this nigga the whole time, because I was gonna go for like 4 days or 3 days. I don't know. I just did not want to be in another area mad at this nigga because of his bullshit. But yeah, y'all, that's the story time. And basically, what I have to say to that is trust your intuition. Whenever God gives you your intuition, seek it. I seeked it. And I feel like, because you know that saying seek and you shall find. I feel like because I seek the intuition, God gave it to me. Because literally, as soon as he texted me saying that he didn't want to talk, that he was tired, I automatically thought what the girl came to me for. That's what I thought off rip. And I feel like because God was like, okay, she's actually like, you know, seeking her intuition. Let me lay it out for her on the table. Everything was able to be laid out completely on the table right then and there. So trust your intuition. If your intuition saying he cheating, he cheating. If your intuition, if your vagina itches every time you mess with him, he's sleeping around with other girls. It doesn't mean you have an STD, but it just means that he's mixing other pH balances. He's mixing other pHs with your pHs, and it's not colliding, you know, because it's acidic. So just listen to your intuition. And don't be arguing with no girl when if a girl come up to you and she tells you, oh, I've been sleeping with him, it's nothing for you and that girl to have. Don't be doing Team Powerpuff. Let's go confront the man. Don't do all that. I used to do that stuff when I was young. A lot of these bitches would do Team Powerpuff. Let's go confront the man. And one or both of them will mess with the man again. So once a girl comes to you as a woman, tell her, thank you so much, pretty. Go about your day. That's it. Like, I'm not gonna argue with y'all niggas in 2022. If you want to have sex with other girls, cool. That don't got nothing to do with me at all, baby. That don't got nothing to do with me. Nah, let me chill. But yeah, y'all, that's the story time. See you guys in the next one. I love you guys so freaking much. Let's try to get to 12,000 subscribers. No, we can do it. If you are not subscribed to the channel, but you keep coming back, subscribe to the channel. I'm always going to be here. Don't be watching my videos being like, she funny, but I'm not going to subscribe. Next day come, you see another video. Oh, let me watch it. I'm not going to subscribe. Why you being stingy? It's free. Subscribe to the channel. And if you are already subscribed to the channel, like the video. It helps a lot with the algorithm. Just go ahead and give it a thumbs up. It's free and it only takes 2 seconds. Follow my socials. I'm mostly active on Instagram, so you can really just follow my Instagram. I don't care if y'all don't follow my Twitter or my Snapchat. I don't care. But follow my socials if you're not following them. And I will see you guys in the next one. I love you guys so much. Bye, guys.